It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. I am thankful that you are hanging out with me today on a day that is going to be a little more somber here on the Daily Doug than we are accustomed to. Over the past few months, I have become quite a big fan of the band Big Big Train. I have found their music to be very lovely, and I love the lyrics. I love the sound. I love much about the music that this band has put out for us. And sadly, over the weekend, their longtime lead singer and frontman, David Longdon, passed away as the result of an accident. And it has sent the fans of Big Big Train, the progressive music world, reeling because this was something that came as a shock and has really affected a lot of folks. Many accolades and well wishes from across the musical world have been pouring in for David Longdon. And I wanted to take a little bit of time today to listen to a couple of songs from Big Big Train that feature David as the frontman and singer and as composer. Big Big Train was formed in 1990. David Longdon and drummer Nick DiVirgilio joined the band in 2009. David, from what I've seen, he's a wonderful singer, but he also is a multi-instrumentalist. I've seen him on woodwinds, different percussion instruments, guitars, you name it. And the song that I want to start with, listening to with them, is called Hedgerow. This is written by David Longdon with his bandmates Greg Spotton and Andy Poole, and it is from their album English Electric Part 1, their seventh album that was released in 2012. And interestingly enough, I picked this one because of the lyrics, and because I think as I spot checked this one, the vocals are just really, really wonderful. This one is about David's Uncle Jack, who was a person that worked underground most of his life, but he also had a deep appreciation for the natural world. So this is a song that focuses on the contrast between Uncle Jack's life above ground and below ground. And it takes on an added significance when we hear it in the context of David's own passing. So let's dive in and listen to Big Big Train. This is a live performance and their piece Hedgerow. Here we go. It's in a nice 6. 6. There indeed.
Tell me, do you know the song of the hedgerow? Cold for the winter, ashes and cinders. Come on.
Do you know the song of the hedgerow? Coal for the winter, ashes and cinders. Come on and see what I found. Too many hours spent under the ground.
Too many hours spent under the ground. Come on and see what I know.
It's an invitation to enjoy life as it is. And they look like they're having so much fun when they play. When I watch these live performances, these recordings of their live performances, they look like they're so in their element and just enjoying each other. And you can't help but get the vibe from them. in D, but that's
Come on and see what I know.
flat 7 to 1,
Get out in the deep
minor 5/7.
and out of the
Okay, I remember this now. I think. I spot checked these some last night. I was going through and having a hard time figuring out which songs from this wonderful band to include, and so I ended up hearing some of them. But this is a wonderful little section coming up here.
That is where you will find me, out there waiting.
This is where you'll find me, out there waiting. And of course, in the original content or context, it's Uncle Jack out there living life, walking along the hedgerow. But it takes on this added dimension now. Flat 6, flat 7, and they went back to D minor.
Come on, good girl.
Oh yeah, his dog.
Good girl. Bad girl.
His Uncle Jack would walk with his dog. I read that.
That'll do.
Slower tempo. Still in D, but they modulated from D major to the parallel minor, D minor. And there's the 5 chord. Just D minor, down to C. Oh! D major. There's that motive coming back from the beginning.
Waiting home. Sing it with us. Nice and gentle.
Trumpet.
Is where you will find me, out there waiting home.
one of the things I love about this band is all of the great vocals from all of the members of the band. She's talking about all of the things that you see along the way. Rose hips, hawberries, dry stone, honeysuckle, blackbirds, thrush, yellowhammer, lacewings, ladybirds, foxbirds, rabbit warrens, badgers, sets, partridge nests. And it's just a series of remembrances. If I'm not mistaken, this band has recorded an album with David fronting the band that's scheduled to be released next year. So I'm not sure what they're going to do with all of that music. I'm sure it'll be released for us. How they're going to... Cool. You know, how they're going to tour and all of that stuff. Who will be... the replacement for David for them. I hope that they continue on and keep making music for us. I really enjoy their point of view. It's a wonderful tune, isn't that? That is where you will find me out there waiting. The other one that I found that just struck me, y'all, is a song called Meadowland that this band performed. This is also written by Longdon with Spaten and Rikard Sjöblom. And again, it is about David's uncle. It is about Uncle Jack. And it's from several years later, y'all. It's his Uncle Jack with his love of nature, who would often be found walking the hills and fields along the hedgerow with his dog. It says in their liner notes from the CD that this song is about an idealized place where people gather together to share their thoughts about the things that they love. Meadowland. It kind of reminds me of Terrapin Station a little bit. We listened to that from the Grateful Dead just last week. This idealized place, this place in our minds, in our consciousness, where we bring positive energy to a meeting of the minds, so to speak. Although this one was written about Dave's Uncle Jack, they were in the process of editing and finalizing this one in 2017 when John Wetton passed away. John Wetton, famously, who fronted King Crimson and Asia, and they ended up dedicating this song to John's memory. So now that David has also passed, I think it takes on an added bit of significance here. So let's listen to Meadowland. This is a live performance that was captured in a recording studio in 2017. Let's take a look here. Meadowland by Big Big Train. It's a short song. Short bit of lyrics. Same key. I didn't plan that. And again, they're using combinations of D major and D minor. Yeah. his voice. Here with book in hand, follow the hedgerow to the meadowland.
with science and art,
There's 1 and 4,
beauty and
6 chords,
music,
5,
and friendship and love. You will find us the best of what we are, poets and painters and writers and
lovely voicings. This is the music that really speaks to me personally. More folk-like. When I listen for enjoyment, I love these lyrical, melodic tunes. They just get to me, you know? The lyrics of this one, y'all, are short, but boy, are they just poignant, and they're catching me. You know, when I watch them perform, when I watch David, and they're singing about his Uncle Jack, he says, "Here with book in hand, follow the hedgerow to the meadowland." Remember, meadowland here is their idealized place where people come to share stories and wisdom. And then he says, "Here with science and art and beauty and music and friendship and love, you will find us, the best of what we are, poets and painters and writers and dreamers." David, I hope someday to find you there and share some wisdom. To the Big Train community, I feel your pain. It is a difficult time, and I send my best wishes to the band and to the fans of the band and to David's family and close ones. This one, you know, it hits hard for me because I'm thinking I'm just getting to know this band and know this musician, to know this human, and no more music will be coming from him, and it makes me sad. But there is a legacy that David has left us with, and I am very much looking forward to continuing to spend time with David and with Big Train in the years to come. Thank you all for being with me today. This is a bit of a somber episode, but it's one where we stop to thank the artists who have shared their soul and their wisdom and their artistry with us. So, David Longdon, thank you for all that you have done for us. Rest in peace. Thank you all for being with me today. We will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.